Hi, this is Ammon with Ventures Truck Parts. Today we're going to show you how to replace the needle bearing in a wheel hub assembly. This would be for a F250 or F350 or Excursion from 98 to 04. This is a common problem with this truck. The needle bearing that's in the backside of your hub assembly, this is a new one, it's located here. This bearing will fail if you have the vacuum seal behind the hub assembly fail, or if your bearing runs out of grease. What happens is that if this bearing runs out of grease, the needles inside this bearing will start to deteriorate, and your tolerance between the bearing and the shaft will go bad. This is a used shaft that we've pulled out of an axle housing, and you can see on this bearing surface that corresponds with that bearing that there's a lip here and here. There's a valley here where that bearing has worn a groove into this shaft. This shaft is no longer usable. It's out of tolerance and it will need to be replaced. This shaft is also a used shaft that we pulled out of an axle assembly, and this is what your bearing surface should look like. It should be nice and shiny and smooth. You should be able to take your fingernail and run it across that bearing surface and not catch an edge. So if your shaft looks like that, then you'll be okay. You won't need to replace your shaft. If you need to replace the bearing, this is how to do it. So this bearing would sit here in the hub assembly. There's a used one in this hub assembly that we're going to take out now. So the wheel hub assembly has been taken off of the truck. This is how it would sit in the truck on the driver's side. So this would be the locking hub side. This would be the internal side that slides into your steering knuckle. So what we're going to do is, after you've removed the wheel hub assembly from the steering knuckle, you'd put it with the stud side down on a table. And then you can either take a piece of pipe like we've got here, you could take a drift punch, whatever you can find. And what you're going to do is you're going to slide it down through the center of the wheel hub assembly. And what you're going to do is you're going to slide it through the wheel hub and try and catch the edge of the cage of the bearing. And you're going to try and work it in 4 spots. So you would work it evenly back and forth in your 4 spots until you finally drive that bearing out through the bottom. So you slide this down through, catch an edge, work it around in the 4 spots. That one came out pretty easy. You can see this is the used bearing that we just took out. This one's actually pretty good still. You can see the rollers still rolling there. What will happen if it's bad is those rollers will stop and they'll get stuck in the cage, and your shaft will sit and spin inside this bearing without the rollers moving, and that's what wears the groove into it. So once that's out, this is the recessed spot here where you're going to need to drive that bearing back in. Now, just so we don't ruin this bearing, I'm going to reinstall the old one. But you would take this, and if you look at this bearing, you've got 2 edges. You've got this rounded edge. You can kind of see here, this has a rounded edge, and this side has a square edge. The square edge also has your stamped numbers and lettering on it. So that side would face inboard. It would face towards the axle shaft. Now, the reason for that is the rounded edge helps you start the bearing inside the wheel hub. That's called your leading edge. This is your trailing edge. The square edge also gives you a good spot for whatever you're going to use to drive the bearing back in to sit flat against, instead of rocking back and forth on the rounded edge and screwing it up. So what you'll need to do is put the bearing in the wheel hub as flush as you can and start it. And then take your socket. What we use here, this is an 1.125" impact. It's just over 1.5" in diameter. So you'd put that in, and then drive it in. When you drive it in, if you look at the wheel hub, there's a little machined chamfer right here. You want to have the top of the bearing match the bottom edge of that chamfer, and that will put your bearing in the right spot to correspond with the bearing surface on your shaft. So it's pretty simple. That's how you do it. You don't have to replace the whole wheel hub assembly if this needle bearing's gone bad. A lot of people end up spending $300 to $400 per bearing replacing the whole unit, when all they need to do is replace this bearing here. If the wheel bearings in your wheel hub assembly are still good, that actually hold the weight of the vehicle, and you replace this needle bearing and fix your problem, that's a simple fix. It's a lot cheaper, and we have all these parts in stock on the shelf if you need them.